what they call? Yeah, yeah, right. These are free thinkers or something. All right, I had to look it up because I think I got one. And so they think that, you know what I'm saying? There are many roads. And so they done hooked up with folly, right? And they're going into that trap that the enemy has set.
Because last time I checked, it's saying the word narrow is the gate, which means that it's only one way. But it's a broad is the one to the other thing.
And so, what's wrong? It's well. And so, right, we have to be very careful to avoid these traps because he's speaking to believers. He ain't speaking to the ones that's falling for the traps, right? So that means we too can still get trapped, right? So it's just like how minister said, Mia and Maya, right? We have to make sure that we are aligning every decision with God's word and seeking his guidance through prayer, right? Because if we don't, we'll absolutely, may backtrack. I mean, we've seen it. People, what they call it, backslidden. So, yeah, we're not exempt because we're saved, and walking this. We are not exempt. All it takes is maybe one word or one situation. The enemy knows what we liked when we were in the world, okay? And he'll absolutely, right, come and try to use that same thing. Because he can't bring nothing new because he ain't no creator. So he got to use your old stuff. So we have to be very careful, even us. This is to believers, not non-believers, right? Because they already caught in the trap. So we got to make sure we constantly communing with the Lord and not with the other guy. Because, like I said, them New Age believers, they think they hearing from God, but really they're hearing from all these other entities, right? Because what he do, he make himself sound like, right, he God. But God is not about condemning. He is not about confusion, division, downing someone. That's not God. That ain't the God we serve, right? And so when someone come telling you that God told them this and it ain't nothing but negative stuff, that's, yeah, that's that trap. They didn't heard from they did not discern his voice. And so we have to be careful, right? Know his voice. We have to know God's voice. And God is about love. Do he correct? Yes, but even in correction, he ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, you this and you that, and yeah, God don't do that. Exactly. Prophet has said, folly, folly, folly. Right. That's exactly. They done hooked up with folly. See, they thought they heard wisdom calling, but really they heard folly and hooked up with folly. So, you good? You got something? All right. Verse 26. Mikey.
The person who labors for himself, for his hungry mouth drives him on.
Coming in like, darn it. Right? Minister. The person who labors for himself, for his hungry mouth drives him on. Prophet. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. work is motivated by necessity, right? And we know this because almost everybody here work. I mean, like everybody probably work, right? So it's motivated by necessity. Hunger pushes a person to labor, right? Because we work because we don't want to be hungry, right? We work because we got bills to pay. You know, we want to keep a roof over our heads. You know, most of us got vehicles. So, yes, I think these probably would be some good motivators. You know what I'm saying? And so hunger, it pushes a person to labor, reminding us that God designed work as a means of provision, right? It is not your source, guys. It's a resource. Let's remember that. These jobs are resources that the source has provided as a provision, okay? Do not make your job your source because you finna mess up. So, right? Do not make your job a priority over your source, or he'll snatch it. Yeah, we serve a jealous